Yes. Company law. I'm going to talk about company law, but before I continue, I have to talk about different forms of businesses. Apart from the company, we have business like sole proprietor. So sole proprietor. We have partnerships. We have cooperatives. So sole proprietor is a kind of business which is owned by one person. Is the first. There's a person who actually develops the idea, invests, puts in capital, and apart from putting in capital, he has his own place to operate, and he's the one who makes decisions himself. And at the end of it, he takes all the profits, and he incurs losses personally. Now, sole proprietor also, he has he does not need to look for formalities of, doesn't need a lot of formalities in starting it. The moment he has capital, he starts off anywhere he has. He decides to do it. He controls it himself. He can change it anytime. We come to partnerships. Partnerships is when you have 2 or more people, at least maximum of 20 for normal partnership. And these ones come together with the view of making profit, and they contribute capital. And each partner in the partnership is an agent. Whatever he does on behalf of other partners. They share profits according to the proportion. If there is an agreed written agreement, that is it's called partnership deed. And they also incur losses. There are 2 kinds of partnerships. There's a general partnership, and then we have private partnership, private limited partnership. Now, with limited partnership, here we have what we call limited liability. But now, that is if the business or firm incurs losses and cannot pay the debts, they cannot interfere with, the partners are not personally liable. But with general partnership, the general partners are personally liable for the debts of the firm. Now we come to cooperatives. Cooperatives are meant to come together to form, to run a business, for social development. That is to develop themselves. They collect funds together, they work together as a team to better their lives. That's the cooperatives. Now, company. A company is an incorporate. Is registered by the in the Companies Act, and the company is limited. The liability of the company is limited, meaning that the shareholders of the company are liable up to the amount contributed or guaranteed as shares. Now, the founders of the company are called promoters, who have an idea. If it's a private company, we need only 2, at least minimum of 2. If it's a public company, we need minimum of 7, and no maximum. That is according to the shareholders. But with a private company, we can be up to 50 if the banking, and general 20. Now, the company has to think of the name clause, and this name must not be similar to the existing companies. That is the registrar. According to the registrar, he may register it, he may not register it if he feels that the name of the company is similar to those existing ones, and it must end with the word limited. It must have capital clause, the amount of capital which they intend to raise. That is it will be in this memorandum of association. And that's why it's called registered capital or nominal capital or authorized capital. Then we have situation clause. Where is the company registered? If it's Nairobi, Kenya, it must state in the memorandum. Then we have liability clause. That is, the liability of the members is limited to the amount of the shares they have contributed. Then we have yes, we have objective clause. That's the most important clause. Objective clause. So we have name clause, situation clause, liability clause, we have capital clause, we have object clause, and this is the most important clause because it says the purpose, why the company is being formed. It says why the company is being formed. That is the object clause, because once the company does something outside that, it will be ultra vires. Okay? Advantages of the company is that it has perpetual succession. That is, even if the shareholder dies, it will continue. It has the management is in the hands of the directors who are chosen by the shareholders. So these are the experts. The management will be in the hands of the directors who are chosen by the shareholders. Not the company is a separate entity from the owners, so the owners can't claim. A company can sue and be sued. A company can own property, and the company does not wind up because of the death of a shareholder. Disadvantage is that the shareholders have no touch. They have no touch with the company. The directors may have their own personal interests. Hello. Now, you can also look at